Hello everyone, I'm High Treason and welcome back to Let's Play The Long Drive. This should be part 58. Building's moved. It really wants us to take this Trabant. Oh, there's fuel in it as well. I don't think I'm ready. We've only just got this car. But it might be hundreds of miles before we see another one. There's even another one here. Alright, if it starts... It doesn't. Well, I guess we ain't taking them then. And these sure as shit won't go. What do we do? I say we leave it. We'll take the next one, assuming it's in some other fucking place. The wheels might be there. It probably won't be better than ours. How is we on fuel? Our skin-coloured car. Sort of... I say it's skin-coloured, but it's somewhere in between. It's like, you know, white people's skin's usually lighter than this. And then features tend to be a bit darker, don't they? You know, like lips and nipples and... I don't know, actually. The tip of my penis under my foreskin might be kind of this. Let me have a look. It's hard to tell in this light. Yeah, it's a bit darker than the car, actually. So, no. I did just look. I'm not kidding you. I had to wonder. You think I'd be more familiar with it? Yeah, my eyes are already adapted to the colour grade of the game, so it's like, well, is it like... It's not an immensely dissimilar colour, so yeah, it's a penis tip coloured car. That's good. Yeah, that's real good. That's real classy. That's what you want. You know, it'll probably make people avoid you on the road. It might actually be a good thing. We should totally try this in real life. I'll paint my bike this colour. Well, we're at like 90k, weren't we? So I guess we have to get to 140 minimum. Yeah, we only just got this car, so I don't think it's right to give up on it just yet. We haven't nearly finished doing it up, so I think, you know, we'll go this last part with it, and then we'll take what we find. I do have to drive a Trabant, just because I haven't driven one yet. The other reason I don't want to go over to one is because it's slow, and, well, progress has been terrible the last couple of parts, so... I'd like to take advantage of this being a relatively quick car while I can. Okay, sometimes it's not worth trying to keep it on the road when it goes, and you just find a safe run-off, you know, you're like a runaway truck at that point where you're just like, you know what? I think I said yesterday about going up this mountain being shit, so I guess now we are on the way down it's going to go. Feet on both pedals, back on the gas, we should be fine. Might have lost a hubcap somewhere, but then it ain't that VW truck. We do need fuel, but, you know, I'm not terrified of running out, we should be fine. You know, we're not absolutely gagging for it. Now, is that rock? You see how the terrain's stuck in the road around it? I do think that's why you pull towards rocks in the road sometimes. I think it goes the other way and it dips the terrain down where the rock is, and that's why you sort of get sucked in. Because you see now we get sucked into the edge of the road if we drift off. And who knows... you saw, like, the two rock colours there at the same time. That's unusual. But, yeah, you know, you've seen how it does that, so who knows what the collision code does. Yeah, there's a boat up there. There's two boats up there. Odds are we're going to pass by quite close to at least one of them. I think the one on the left is going to be nearer. Terrain looks a bit extreme here. I thought it was a rock, but it was the top of a post. Well, this place looks really barren for some reason, like even by this game's standards. And I guess it is. I think it's because we're not even seeing guard towers out in the wild as much anymore. Like, you know, it's just the terrain is getting way buggier at sticking through the road, and it figures now that we're over 3,000 k out. I mean, you know, we're a good ways there. Must be clocking on towards 64% or something. So I don't want to slow down too much because I know we've got this climb. Is that a building? That looks like a building. That might be a road boat up there. If that's a road boat, then we'll take a UFO. I'm not even joking. We'll just do it because we haven't done it in so long. Problem is, like, we really would have to find a car, like, before we ended the recording. So it could be an hours long part. I don't think so. I think we'd find another car in time. Of course, now I've said I'm not giving this car up this part. It's going to give me all the big buildings that have cars, isn't it? Yeah, that's a 2102. Oof, holes. It's not so steep we can't walk here. We don't start sliding, do we? Okay, we know there's a boat just to the right where we are somewhere. Fucking hell, this is... Yeah, things spawn with the off coordinates like that sometimes, and it's worse on hills. Still, we could do with fuel, and we could do with some cleaning products. One of these mirrors was grotty, wasn't it? Yeah, that one. Let's clean that. There we are. Let's clean our wheels of steel. That's shiny already, that one, I think. Okay, that's that Tish Tish Jizz bottle done. Right, we'll drive the car over there. It's getting to be night time. Okay, it was a bit of a bang, but it's fine. That's full of blood, I don't want that. There's usually cleaning products in here. I've got 11 in there. I'll have them. 11 jizzes. It's very precise, like at dispensing this bottle. Ah, there we go. There's gasoline. Gasoline. It's getting dark. Can we clean this? This will be last of that bottle. Let's check it up. Whoa, what the fuck was that? Did he thump the car? That's 5 litre in. Litres in it. There we go. We might have more in there, we might not. I still need to find another weapon of choice. My choice would be a weapon that we've not held yet. I would like to find. Let's throw that down the car because we might want it. It's getting darker to dark. That's full of diesel. Here we go, we'll sleep. What's that? The fuck is that? You might never know because the autosave going on. I don't know what that is over there. Is that the boat? I really don't know. That's... Can't be a boat. That's a raboid. Fuck off, raboid. Nobody likes you. Well, I'm sure somebody has a hard on for you because, you know, I've said before, our channel's full of furries, so... Yeah, we can cheat a bit here, I think. It's oil. That is about all we have. Wow, okay, but we can take all of them at once. There's probably enough to finish doing this car up. And it'll open it up to being replaced. Sad as it might be. I'm sure there were other things in here that weren't fully squeaky clean. Were those? Can't tell because my light doesn't cast like that. Those actually look to be in pretty much perfect shape. I don't think there's anything left to do here. I think this car is good to go. And it's perfectly clean. Oh, I'll just keep the cleaning fluids then, I guess. Might need them in future. Fit? No, I don't think that'll fit in that one. Of course, we're adding work doing this. But yeah, this car is, well, we've got a lot of cleaning products. We're going to be good to go when we get a new car. That's for fucking certain. I think we even have the glove compartment thingy in this car, don't we? Oh, I was going to test something, wasn't I? I was going to test if these have a door pocket. Let's find out. It's not looking like they do. Don't have door pockets. I wonder why that hubcap stuck to it. Must have been a bug. Oh, shite. No, don't destroy my vehicle. Look, just go in the basket, okay? That should do it. Cheers on that. We'll have a quick look for fuel, and if we find any or not, we'll get out of here after that, I think. Would it be better if we turn it upside down, do you reckon? It's been very, very finicky today. Engine lamp's been full on dodgy. Right, any fuel. There we go. That should be enough for quite some ways. We are going to have to stop for more of it. We're going to probably visit that boat. Let's get out of here, because this is eating in our progress. But, you know, all the wheels and everything are... I don't know, is that fully shined up? That doesn't look fully shined up, does it? Someone only had 4 left on it. There you go. There we go, let's chuck that away, save on work, get the sponge. Well, I'm doing half-arse in this shit, man, fuck off. Right now, why that happens sometimes, I don't understand this interface. Come on, polish already. Polish yourself, there we go. Fucking hell, it really has a hard-on for this auto-serving today. I feel like it's going to bug out. Were the bumpers alright? Yeah, they were. Everything's pretty much in tip-top condition on this car. And the glove compartment thing doesn't match. Oh, just chuck the sponge away. Off we go. Let's get gone. Oh, crap. I ain't seen one of them VW engines. But what is that? It does look like it's a tower. Unless there's a boat. I mean, it's crooked. Yeah, it's a boat, but this one will be closer to us. So that will just be that other boat. Looks weird from here. Yeah, 40k to go. And 20 minutes to do it in. We should be able to get there. Well, actually more, about 30 minutes. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, I think the road will carve back though. If it doesn't, I'll just diverge, but... Yeah, no VW engine, that sucks. I would have liked that. Where's that boat be right in the road? We've just finished doing the car up, and it'll be like, there you go, kiss it goodbye. At least it's a good colour for it, but still, you know, it's a flashy colour. No, the boat's not in the road, it's just off the side of it. Is that another building? No, it's the road. The road dips down there for like a moment, then goes back up. Okay, well I'm gonna leave the road about here. And then we're gonna go for that boat and see if it has any gasoline in it. Biomes are changing. We know which way we're going, we should be fine. Losing speed, again, I would like a bigger engine. I didn't see one there, did you? I hope there wasn't, you know. I hope I didn't miss one. That'd be a bit unlike me, I think. But that is something I'm certainly capable of doing. I'm a human being, I make the same mistakes as other humans. Ah, there it is. I can see the boat just there. It might get drawn over again in just a moment. Terrain loading's been weird. Look at the edge of that. Yeah, the road's pretty close to it still. I don't think we're losing any speed by driving on here. What is that over there? It's just a rock. That is a plane. Wow. It's bloody contrails. Bloody connells. Right. Car. Give me everything you got. Come on, buddy. My foot's to the floor. It is a sight to behold. All the other desert dwellers will be dead fucking jealous of our fucking motor, that's for sure. Like, oh, not far away to get that. I'm like, it's a custom paint job, you losers. You can't have it. Only I get this colour. Because we stole the only can I think we've ever seen of it. It does like giving me pinks. Must not like them. Truth be told, I don't really care what colour the car is as long as it's doing its job, but you know, it's pretty neat to just paint it. What's that? Ah. I thought that said 12 volt then for a second. I was like, why would they use a V to denote voltage? It's a commie car, it should be a B. At least, you know, it looked like a B in our Latin English alphabet. Like, you know. Yeah, road's not very far away. That other boat might have been closer. But I don't think so. We want to be around the other side of it, so adjust the trajectory a little bit here. I'm sort of hoping the mountain's going to top out. Are we going to get another snow biome? That'd be unusual to see two of them that close together. Because it's possible we never truly left it and it just went away because of the elevation going lower. That was risky, assuming there was no rocks or anything though. Yeah, let's drive it right up. I don't think we're going to have to reload here. Cocky. It's running fast, look for gas. First one to the gas for cash up ahead wins. Jeez, it really does have a hard-on for this auto-serving now. And the problem is it's getting slow because we're so far out. Ah, there we go, that'll do us. I'll probably never have to refuel this car again now. It won't be a full tank, but it'll be very close to it, and that's really all we need. There you go, car. I brought you a thing. I'm sure you'll like it. Yeah, that should about get us full. We're going to be stuck here a little while. This process is not super duper fast. Oops. I'm just fidgeting about because, you know... Oh, don't drink it. Oh, it's getting taller. So pour it down. Let gravity help do its job. Position doesn't seem to make a difference. do 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 nearly there. Yeah, nearly there, nearly there, nearly there, nearly there. That's it. That's what we wanted. Thanks, fuel barrel. You've done your job for us. Now we can do our job for us. And we can get the fuck out of here. Off we get. Back onto the road. We could have just followed the road, really, couldn't we? I mean, look how close it is. Practically right next door. Here we go. We have 33k to go. And about 25 minutes to do it in. So I'm optimistic that will make our target distance. And now we're full of fuel, we probably won't have to stop unless we start overheating or something. So I'm going to aim to not stop for the rest of this part. we didn't totally fill the fuel tank. You know, it would have been nice to see it totally filled, and it's kind of sad that this car probably will be with us for a short amount of time. But, you know, that's, like I say, that's the way at the best parties. Come in late, leave early. In the back of an ambulance. I had a dream about putting someone in an ambulance last night. I dreamt I went on a date, and, like, the girl I was on the date with, like, ex-bloke showed up. And he started being mouthy, and I ended up fucking hitting him. You know, I tried to be reasonable with him. I was like, you know, I'd walked off, like, for something. I got to order something. Which wouldn't be like me, because I never go to restaurants on dates. It's not my style, you know. It just makes people miserable. And I come out and there was this dude there, so I'm like, hey man, like, who are you? And the girl's like, oh, this is, it's my ex, you know, it's, you must know we were here, it can be a bit of a problem sometimes. I'm like, oh, alright. I'm like, yeah, listen man, I don't know you, I don't know the situation, I don't, you know, I got no hostility here. But he just started being mouthy, so I ended up like, you know, he called me a pussy, and so I was like, I turned around and you called him a pussy, and he did a runner. I'm like, no, he ain't doing that. Like, he hit the girl, you know, which is kind of why I got real mad at him in the first place. And so I was like, nah, fuck you, I'm just going to chase you down, because I don't like you now. Like, insult me, will you? And so, you know, I tore after him and smashed his face in. It's a bit of a strange dream. I don't usually have dreams like that. I've killed people in dreams before, but usually I know it's a dream, and so, you know, I don't care. Like, a few months ago I had this dream where I was working in, like, this Victorian garden, and there was these two other dudes there, and, you know, one of them tried to kill me, and so I stabbed him to death. Like, I knew I was dreaming, so, you know, I mean, if someone tried to kill me in real life, I don't think I'd think twice about just killing them, because I don't want someone killing me, but when I know it's a dream, I'm definitely not going to think twice about it, so I just stabbed this guy who tried to kill me in this garden. I just killed him, and there's this other dude who was there, you know, it's like, you've just killed him! I'm like, yeah, I know. He's dead! I'm like, yeah, good. But you killed him! Yeah, he tried to kill me. But you've made him die. I know. Don't care. I just carried on with my gardening. So, no, I'll just put this trellis up, you know, I was in the middle of that. Yeah, it's going to take longer now, because we're one down, but he wasn't doing anything useful anyway. Yeah, they're pretty weird sometimes, streams. Yeah, I think we're going a bit too fast here. That was very gnarly, a rock through the bottom of the car. We don't want to put holes in the bottom of our car. This isn't, you know, my dad's Cavalier from when I was a kid. Doesn't want holes in the bottom of it. You know, this is a precision instrument, this car. I don't think anyone has ever said that about a communist motor before. Well, propaganda might have done, I guess. Just imagine they probably did propagandise that, you know, they had the best cars. And why wouldn't you do that if you had propaganda for everything else? It was, you know, Soviet Union is best at all things except car. They're just okay. That just doesn't seem like something they would do. Oh dear. More bloody mountains. We're going to see more and more and more of these now. Like, we will have mountains up the ass. I'm surprised it took this siege so long to get going with this. But it's probably going to get more extreme just because it's got a shorter space to cram it all into. We're going night time again already. I swear the day-night cycles are quicker sometimes. Yeah, just think though, we're really getting towards the end of the road now. I'm sure I just seen the shadow of a spider crawling about right in front of my fucking light. That's nice. It'll just be a cellar spider. Right, don't mind those. Can you imagine how dangerous this would be actually sleeping in the middle of the road like this? You just wouldn't do it, would you? Let's be honest. some other car comes up like full speed, doesn't see you, crashes into you. But there's no other cars driving in this, well, except that one time it happened that I told you about. I still don't know what was going on with it. I think it was a bug, and to be honest, like, I wish I'd recorded that whole thing. Because I sort of wonder if maybe it was a car I'd had earlier, and somehow it loaded. I mean, say if we abandoned this car and left it running, and the game didn't, like, you know, fall it out the world and forget it ever existed, what is that? That's another Trabant. It's telling us something. No, I said we'd get to the end of this part on this car, didn't I? But yeah, you know, so the game remembered this car, like, when we left it. If we took that Trabant and drove off now, and then, like, another 1,000 kilovatges down the road, like, for some reason the game loads this car. Don't know why or how it would do it, and it's probably not supposed to, but there was some flipped bit in memory somewhere, fucking mosquitoes, that just caused it to load this car in the state that it was last known in one of the car, like, spawning slots for the building, and it just dropped this car in, and it, you know, for some reason, like, you've heard they do have high RPM when they spawn quite often, running cars when you come back, like load the game or something. And so that might have just been enough to just kick it off where it was and start it rolling. I mean, I did a thing in that where every car, because I wasn't recording and I had unlimited time, I tried to start every car I saw just for fun. So it would explain, like, you know, having a measly amount of fuel in it and stuff. Would explain why the brakes went on. You know, it was probably some car that I started for fun, drove it in one circle around the building, and then just jumped back in mine without a second thought. Plus, back then, you know, there was no need to be careful with things that you found, just because the item duplication happened more often than not. So, you know, it was like, well, fuck the things, you can just waste them, because if we ever do drive back, it's just going to spawn more stuff. I have a feeling that somewhere between now and whenever we do record the trip back on this world, the game will update again, and that might do some very strange things, because we'd be driving in an existing world. We have 10k to go and about 15 minutes to do it. Really, really hoping that this will be the first part in a while where we actually do manage to go over distance. That might be a haunted house, and I'd usually stop at them. No, it's a bird. Is that a road bird? Oh, it's not quite a road bird, is it? It's a road butt. It's just... hang on, it's got propellers on the back of that. We want to be careful. Oh, no, it is a road bird, I think. No. I did say if we found a road bird. We're always just 10k short. Oh, man. Do we do it? I don't want to this late in an episode because... no, our track record's been terrible, but then we'd make up for it by driving the UFO. You know what we're going to do? We're going to drive to our target distance, and then in the next part I'm going to drive back to this bird. So we're going to drive backwards. We're actually going to do it. We will drive the fucking 15 minutes back to this point, and we will wait for a UFO to come, and then we'll drive it. And that'll be really cool, you know, because we'll be seeing world we've already seen from a different perspective, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That is totally what I'm going to do. Of course, the other thing we could do is drive 7 minutes this way and then just turn around and drive 7 minutes back. I mean, I can probably do a target fucking distance in that time. It's a tricky one. We're not too far away that I mind driving back. I'll keep going for now. Would it be cheating if I drove back, like, off camera? Do we need to drive a UFO again? You know, it depends on how much I can go over distance. The other thing is, we drive back now, the boat's unloaded, and it will shuffle its position just a little bit. It might not actually be on the road anymore, so we could totally be wasting our time. But if I go back to check, then, you know, that will be no good either. Because then when we'd come back again, it would be even farther off. They tend to move sideways though, so it probably would still be on the road. I don't know. I'm really not sure on this one. Like I say, it's not that much of a chore to drive back to it. And I'm not sure driving backwards counts to the timer, does it? Because it's when we're trying to make progress, and driving in reverse isn't trying to make progress. That's like being in the menus and stuff, where I don't class it as like being on the clock. You know, I'm just going to go with subtract like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever, from each episode. Should be a pretty safe bet, because I'm sure I spend more time than that in menus and stuff, so... Oh, it did that pulp the right thing again though, did you see that? It's always the right, it's weird. It leans right, this car, it's a right winger. Maybe that's why I like it so much. But anyway, you know, I would have said the same if it was left going. It's just a joke, don't get annoyed. This isn't a political channel, we don't do those things here. I'm still trying to figure out why liberal girls have such huge cunts. Not as in they are huge cunts, as in they have huge cunts for some reason. More often than not. I don't know what that's about. At least in my experience. But still, here's our car. It's on the road. We're just about to make it to target distance, and I might actually stop there. No, we want to go over, don't we? Because we've not gone over for so long, and I need to keep the part numbers down, so I should drive until we're up on time, and we're getting farther and farther from that boat. I don't know if we'll go back to it, you know. I don't know if we should go back. Because it's such a chore. Like, you know, we have to use the UFO, and we will have only 30 minutes to drive that and get a car. I mean, I think it'll be slightly faster driving back on this road. Like I say, you know, I'm not going to record the next part, like, immediately, so we do have time to think about it. And so I guess I will use that time to think about it. And we might still do it. Oh, shit. Why did my engine stop? Well, that was weird. That was real weird. We lost one hubcap. I think it's there. I actually think I can see it, you know. And, we lost the sun visor, but it's on the floor. We came out of that relatively unscathed, all things considered. It's a tough bastard, this car, isn't it? We would do something like that happening just purely because we've not actually had any disasters in this part so far. I don't know why my engine stopped though. I thought there was like aliens coming. Maybe they did and we like flew out of range of them? I mean, the engine stopping affects the handling of the car. I don't think maybe that's why we crashed, because it seemed to stop and then we hit the, you know, ended up in the crash. I do still wonder if sometimes UFOs are somehow spawning underneath the road. like the buildings do sometimes, like not real often, but they can spawn under the road, which is bad if you hit the top of them or there's a vehicle on them and just a polygon of that sticks through the road. So, you know, maybe the aliens spawned underneath there and that made our car shut off. But because I'm sure it's a sphere rather than a cylinder, you know, it's not like the build games where a lot of things are only calculated on XY because it's cheaper to do that and adequate. I know other games, Doom does it as well for like a lot of collision and stuff where it's only calculated on XY, like height isn't factored in. So, or not for everything anyway, you know, it might be for like some stuff. Mostly visual, I think, like, you know, shooting things, it'll make the projectile go up and down, but I think it's still an infinitely tall cylinder. On this, I'm sure the kill radius for the UFO is spherical, but I don't know actually. Does it still make the lights go out when it's really, really high up? Also, you notice Radio Men's radio tower lights don't go out when the UFO comes. Very suspicious if I do say so myself. I think we were right not to trust him. He's probably still on the R. Oh no, we lost the radio. Hang on. I don't know, it's just bolted to the underside of the console there. That's just fucking brilliant. It's the truck where it's on top of it that I like, because I just get the vibe that it's not even screwed on in that, like they just sort of propped it up on there. I mean, vehicles like that, you know, I remember it was quite common years ago for any time you accelerated too hard for the radio to come flying out of its hull. I really do miss the days of people driving old banger cars. They were so much fun, you know, they had character. You don't get people mothballing anymore either. They might have changed the formula of the mothballs, but you know, back then people used to mothball their cars a lot. I mean, these are in the days when you can still buy 4-star petrol that had lead in it. Yeah, people used to put mothballs in the gas tank because it would increase the fuel octales. Fucking naphthalene or something like that was in them. But they had chlorine in them as well, so obviously not really good for the steel in your car, because chlorine's a very, very good oxidizer. And the other thing it does is, well, it fucks you up. You're not really supposed to breathe in chlorine gas. This is why you don't mix bleach with... Oh, shit, what is it you don't put in bleach again? My brain's not good at doing the game and other things at once. It's a fucking diner as well. It's just given us... Oh, man. That was a big one. That was a big, big one. Car. Damage reports. I don't know if we're getting any of that shit back. There went the rear view mirror. There went the radio. There went the whole fucking kit and caboose. Wow, that's weird. Well, I can see I saw a thing on the ground over there. Cover what we can. This might be kind of the end of this part. Is just picking up the pieces, but we made it over distance. Not by a lot, but we actually did it, and it's a very, very long time since we did that now. That's our rear view mirror. Oh, well, we're only really missing... Oh yeah, we've got a hubcap. Check that out. Well, these can be inventory slotted as well. The lights I'm not too worried about, we don't use them. Is that the only one we're missing? I thought we were missing more than that. Yeah, that's all we're missing. This car is an odd bastard. The headlights, you've got damn near no chance of finding them, but... I mean, we'll have a look, but I'm not too worried. Well, you know, I'd like to put them in there, because I like the car to be complete. I'm sure everybody does, but... Oh, we couldn't nick them off that pickup truck, even. Oh, that's... No way, it's a pink fucking Volkswagen. I've never seen one spawn that colour. Oh, that's sick. I'm tempted to take it. That's a Trabant. Oh, you son of a bitch. You see, we should be taking this at the start of the next fucking part. I got 5 minutes left. I actually have 5 full minutes left. Well, what we'll do then... I still ain't seeing the weapons nowhere, you know. I'm not looking that hard for them, admittedly. But there's guns, but I don't like having guns, because guns don't have unlimited ammunition. I think we've just lost that light forever, I'm afraid. Ah, crap on a crust. There we go. We've got square headlights. Yeah, I'll just take these. I don't know if we can make it another building, you know. But I also think we're going to try. We're going to give it a go. We got really 4 minutes left. I don't think it's long enough. So I think what we're going to do instead, we're going to park up at this diner and we'll call it here, because we're nearly 10k over, and so we'll call it a part here. But oh jeez, I left that on. And then we'll decide the next part. Do we keep with this car? Do we take the Trabant? Do we go back and take the alien ship? And I don't know yet. I've got to think things through. Hello Treason, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. But of course first, we got to go and manually save. Where the fuck is my pencil? It's never where I fucking left it, you piece of shit. What number is this on to now? 55. Where the bloody hell is that bastard pencil got to? I need to write my distance down. Now that's fag purpose. 3268. Let's start a new 5, 8, 3, 2, 6, 8. Yeah, I did 58k. Well, it's an improvement. I'll see you next time. Ta-ta.